So here's the CAT. It's going to consist of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drawings. I want the first week, I want you to hand in the wheel here. Go down, here's the wheel and the axle. And I think you guys should be able to do this without any trouble. You can always email me and ask me about it. These are center lines, so let's see if I can regenerate. Okay, hopefully they'll come out a little bit clearer here. So I'll regenerate these center lines so you see where the center lines are. There they are, and down here is the wheel drawing. So those are fine, and you should be able to do that the first week. Then the next week, I want you to do this cover, and it has these machining symbols, and I know we practiced these. And over here is what's called a pillow block. There's two of them. There's item 3 and item 10. Interestingly, I thought they were both the same, and I had to modify it. That's why it doesn't go 3, 4. It's 10 and later on in the assembly. So I'll show you how take this one when you finish it and turn it into that one. So there's some tricky parts here. So for example, this scale 1 to 2, see if you can figure that out. That's a little bit tricky down here to do that. So, and if you need help, you just ask. So first I'll show you how to turn this one into that one. The only difference, this is 8.7 and 9.5. And over here, it's 8 and 8.75. So this one, 8.7, it's a little bit bigger. It's like a 0.75 bigger. So it's 3/8 inch up and down. So here's what you do to modify. Here's how I would do it. So here, I would take this one here. So I take this guy here and I'd copy it over here. And the first change I would do is the one up here, just call it item 10. So you double click and you change here after you put it into item 10. And then you apply and you go OK. So that's the first thing. Now down here is the change. So right here, this is 8.75. So if you take a look, so 8.75 and 9.5. So the two circles, I'll just draw them here. So one circle is 8.75 diameter. Okay, let's go to the diameter here. So I'll draw a circle here. Whoops, let's do that again. Circle diameter here. So one circle is 8.75. Okay, which we already had that circle, so we'll delete it. That's that circle. And the other circle's not, so if you take a look at the drawing here, the other circle's 9.5. So here we're going to draw another circle diameter at 9.5. Okay, now at this point, if you do the stretch command correctly, so I would do a line out here, and I would do a line down here. So that's the top and the bottom here. Make sure those lines are straight, because if they're crooked, it just doesn't work. So now we're going to apply the stretch command here. So watch, we're going to stretch this. So let's do it on the top first. So here we will stretch. Let's find the stretch command, and we're going to stretch all this. So watch out, again, I click on the stretch command here. I'm going to stretch all this, enter, after you pick it. From here to there. You will have to redo the hatch. So you can erase the hatch. Maybe I should have erased it. Sometimes the hatch does go with it. It looks like you'll have to redo the hatch after you stretch it. So we did the top. Okay, now the bottom, the same thing. We're going to use that stretch command. I'm going to stretch it all down there. So I'm going to stretch, including the dimensions. So I'll stretch all this. Let's see what happens from here down to there. And then I erase this line. And there's my 8.7, 9.5. I erase the other line, and I just rehatch it. And I do the hatch again here. And I rehatch this, and again I should have the, oops, just got to be careful there. Let's do the bottom maybe here, here. And we'll just do the bottom for now, and then we'll zoom in here and try to get the top hatched. And hopefully I've done this right. And then later you're going to adjust that hatch. There we go. Okay, and then later you fiddle and adjust the hatch. I think I also have to hatch it in here, these tiny pieces. Okay, so, oh, I didn't do it there, so we're fine. Okay, and then you adjust the hatch and you're done that drawing. So it does not take that long. If you want, you can use the match properties later. You can match the properties with So there's the match properties icon. It's under the properties, match properties. You can match that, that, and that. And you're done. And don't have to adjust that circle. The circle's fine there, even though it's not exact. Okay, that's that. Now, the assembly drawing. So what I'll do is do a second video to show you how to draw this assembly drawing. Okay, so I will just start it off with these, but I think that's enough information to do those drawings.